playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And
I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, Alabama.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Going for the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again, this is Michelle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here's Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Regular.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This will be fielded at the 17. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's Jackson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Kyle Van Noy in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Brady. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Tony Jefferson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Shotgun now for Brady. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Brady Flushed out right. And they'll have his man. That's Edelman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over. Out of bounds. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
20! Right!
Throwing again. Brady. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett from 19 yards away. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Throwing is Jackson. Coleman has it here right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, Jackson. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And now out come the Patriots.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Wait!
Brady now on first down. Over the middle, Dorsett. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On second down, here's Brady. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
New England on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6.
From the gun, Brady. And able to find Dorsett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Lawrence Timmons, the linebacker, there to get him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Brady now to throw. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
To play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Now Brady throwing on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The familiar refrain, Brady to Gronk for the New England first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Alabama, 380. Here we go. Rip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's to the 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, a 23-yard run. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. And it's complete. It's Alex Collins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Collins. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10.
220, 380.
The final shot before half for Brady. To Michelle on the screen. Evades the tackler and now some space. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the shift. Watch him now, Barney.
Now Jackson on second down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Dante Hightower coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Ravens on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
To throw is Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Detroit. Detroit.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's Jackson to throw, and he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Alex Collins that time, and it's 3rd down. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Detroit. Detroit.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
20, 29, Alpha.
Here's Brady. They'll have his man. That's Edelman. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Brady to Michelle on the dump ball. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Well, that throw by Brady, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Stop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Wait, 20. Wait, 20.
From the gun, it's Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jackson throwing again, being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On third down, Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Sam Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at the 20.
20!
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And it's Michel once again. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Like 20! Like 20!
To throw is Brady. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. Back now in Foxborough as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. They start the drive with a give to Allen. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Deron Harmon makes the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Adrian Claymore in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. The Ravens on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Jackson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Wait, 20!
Shotgun now for Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Allen here on the screen. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need... Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
Dances by him. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
By 20! By 20!
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Swag!
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Following the penalty, Michelle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. This from 54 yards away. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Ravens on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Gone!
Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. The ball comes out. And the Patriots have it.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Wait, 20!
On the handoff, it's Michel. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Right! Let's go! Wait, we did!
Again, it's Michel. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
New England on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Michel. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back. But that may not matter now.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action. Now Jackson. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Gone! Detroit!
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over them. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They begin with Michel on the ground. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Wait 20! Wait 20!
Coming left is Michel. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Wait 20! 380!
On 3rd down, it's White, and he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Detroit! Now let's go! 319! 319! Gone! 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 Gone!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Wait 20! 380!
Brady going to throw here. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Wait.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Gronkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back. Line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Kyle Van Noy in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. To find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs, because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to